brand new, easiest way to earn $1,000 a day with Chat GPT is what we're going to talk about today. My name is Ryan Borden. I've got a lot of great new stuff for you today. Let's look at this. So if we jump over here to PayPal, and this is just our PayPal, doesn't count Stripe, and I'm not saying this to brag, but I do want you to see what's possible very quickly. The past 30 days is $97,000. If we roll to 90 days, it looks like $307,000. If we just look at 2022, we're in March of 2023, but last year was $684,000, and this is just PayPal. Doesn't count credit cards, which is the majority of about 2/3 of our processing is credit cards. Only 1/3 is PayPal. But if you look at this, 97,000, how'd I get to $1,000 a day? I picked it to show you a reasonable number that's conservative because, of course, if we look at this, it is about $3,000 a day, a little over, roughly in the past 30 days, right? So $1,000 a day is like 1/3 of what we're doing with PayPal. And basically what I'm trying to say is it's super conservative and this is possible for you. Now, you're not going to get there like tomorrow and it's going to take some work, but basically right now using Chat GPT to help you make money is kind of like starting a YouTube channel in 2010 or buying Bitcoin in 2015 or joining TikTok and working on TikTok in 2020. In other words, you're actually early to a trend this time, and you can capitalize on that trend to make a lot of money. So this is a fantastic time. Like, it's just not a better time to do it than right now. So first of all, if you could let me know if this is the kind of content you want, give me a yes right now. Like, pause the video, give me a yes in the comments down below. Helps us on YouTube. It helps me to understand that this is actually what you want. The second thing we kind of just talked about, this is an early trend. You're super early on. It's only been November since Chat GPT came out. It is blowing up fast, but there is still time to get in. We are still very early on the trend of this. If you go ask the majority of people, they don't even know what Chat GPT is. So we are still very early in the trend of Chat GPT, and now is the time for you to get on this. So how are you going to get on this? Well, I've got a couple of tools and some checklists and different things going on. So stick with me here as I explain this in this short YouTube video. First thing we need is some tools. And the tool that we're going to use straight away is this checklist here. You can get it from this website. This is a list of companies that will pay you to promote their products. It also has a link to a free Facebook group that you should join that is going to give you a lot of insight into this, as well as you can ask questions and get help. Obviously, that's a great thing. So we need to pick a company, and we've picked this company here a lot. I've talked about it. I've talked about this company here. And the reason, there's a lot of companies in here I've talked about, and the reason we talk about some of these companies is they're really great examples for certain specific things. So let me look at this. Let me show you what I'm talking about. If we go here and we jump down to their affiliate program, because ultimately you want to sell affiliates or services, right? Products or services. That's the thing. Now, if you have your own services, you can jump in and apply this same technique to your own services. Like if you're selling SEO, if you're selling accounting, if you're selling video creation services, whatever it is you're selling, this works. Also, if you have your own actual products, like digital products, ideally physical products work as well, but digital products work better, like you can make more money faster, then that works as well. But assuming you don't have your own services, you don't want to start services, you don't want to deal with customers, you don't want to deal with products, you don't want to deal with accounting, and you don't want to deal with HR and all these other things, and you just want to make some money, then affiliates is a really great way. And the reason that affiliates is a really great way is because you don't have to deal with any of that. You just promote other people's products and they pay you. This one's really great because it gives you a 30% reoccurring, which is awesome because, again, I've talked about this before, but it's always great to do work once and get paid for it every single month. I mean, I don't know how to make it any easier than let's do the work once and get paid for it every month. Like, it just doesn't get any easier. Now, that's not magic. You still have to keep doing the work because some customers will eventually drop off, but you want to bring on more customers. Like if you get 100 new customers a month and 10 quit, then you're still gaining 90 each month. And so you're still growing your income, and that's how you get to $1,000 a day. That's one way, right? There's multiple components. So all of these things are important. And anyway, so we have a link down here, which we're going to use later. That is the link when someone goes here and signs up, you get paid. So when they show up here, they watch the video, they join up, then they start paying, you get paid, and you get paid that monthly commission. We have other stats here, like our $3,000 of unpaid earnings, and we can even look at the stats here and see it's been being paid out for a long time. Haven't even promoted this for a long time, but this is a great example of what you can do. And the reason it's a great example is because we need a product to promote, assuming you're going to do affiliates, right? So we use our tool checklist to do that. Now, what else are we going to do? Well, it's pretty basic. Ultimately, we need to get some views. on videos, right? Short form content is the way to go. It's the fastest way to go. There's other ways. You can do other ways. That's fine. But this is the fastest way to go. So I prefer the low hanging fruit. And we're going to turn these people into what I call leads or potential customers, that sort of stuff. And then they're going to become actual customers and pay money. And when they pay money to the companies, you get paid money. Pretty straightforward. So how does this work? Well, we can grab videos off of TikTok and YouTube and replicate them. What does that look like? Let me show you. If I go to TikTok and I type in like make Jasper AI make money, whatever, right? You can see other videos that are working. Here's 1.4 million views. Here's some that are, 12,000 views. Basically, you want to find something, 91,000 views. You want to find something that's working, right? And you want to replicate that video because we already know it's working. If we go to YouTube, we can see 4,000 views, 25 views, 399 views. And some of these obviously on YouTube aren't getting as much, but here's one with 256,000 views, 8,000 views, etc. Right? So you obviously don't want to pick the one that has 29 views unless it was made like 10 minutes ago because maybe it's a good video. We want to pick something with 256,000 views because it's already working and we know that it's working, right? And then we just replicate that video because the platforms like to give people what they want. And if you give them more of the same thing they're already after, that's what people really want. It sounds crazy, but people just want to keep getting what they've been getting that they like. So you just give them more of it because there's 256,000 views is like nothing. Think about that there are billions of people on the planet. So this is nothing. Like almost no one has seen this video. So you could make another video like it and even 10 more videos just like it and still barely be touching like the tip of the iceberg. It's like, one ice cube on the top of an iceberg. That's like the gravity of it is what we're talking about here. So once we replicate our video, we're going to point them to a link. What happens with the link? The link points them to a landing page where they can capture a lead. Now, I did not mention already, but there are live classes. If you go to this website here, we break it down every single week on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and we break all this down in step-by-step actionable items. We show you exactly what we're doing. We're just transparent, show you everything that we're doing. And then we give you tools and checklists and resources and replays on the videos and all that sort of stuff too, so that you can go and execute on those. So I would encourage you to jump over to this website and get in the live classes. But one of the things we talk about in the live classes is how to get a link and redirect it to the capture page so they can become a lead. But I do want to show you what that looks like. So I pulled it up here, and when someone watches your video, so they watch your replicated video, right? And then they go to your link. Your link sends them here, and now they can see some information. They can enter their email address. That's super crucial because now that we have their email address, we're going to send them emails every single day. So how does that work? Well, wait a minute, Ryan. I don't want to write 365 days of emails because yes, we're going to send them an email every single day all year long because we're not only going to sell them the product here, we're going to sell them all of these products and then come over here and sell them all of these products and so on and so forth. We want them literally to be getting messages from us 365 days a year, offering them to buy things. That's another one of the components that is necessary for us to get to $1,000 a day because again, $1,000 a day, that's $30,000 a month. I mean, that's legitimate money, right? I don't have the exact stats, but if you make $30,000 a month, that puts you at roughly $360,000 a year. Now, that's not exactly it, but you're getting real close to the top 1% of earners on the planet. So, I don't know. If you make $360,000 a year, then, you can use this to increase your sales. If you're not making $360,000 a year, then, you've got definitely room to grow in this area. So, getting back to selling them stuff every single day of the year, because again, we want to turn the views on our videos. If we review, we are looking at our trend of using Chat GPT so that we can be like YouTube, Bitcoin, TikTok, and all the rest of the trends where we can get in early and make a lot of money. We're going to use our checklist, and that's the tools we're going to sell them. We're going to replicate videos, which is going to give us views. We're going to replicate popular videos, not just any videos, popular videos, ones that already work. We're not going to reinvent the wheel. We're just going to utilize stuff that already works. To get leads, send them, or get views, send them to a lead page that they can enter in their email address here so that we have them and we capture them. And then we're going to send them emails every single year. So this is, if you pretend this is the email bit, we're going to send all these leads emails every single day of the year, and that will turn into sales. Not everybody will buy everything, but a lot of people will buy a lot of things, and some people will buy some things. And it doesn't matter because we're going to keep running the process and keep getting from one end to the other end, right? So how are we going to do this? Chat GPT is one method to use is Chat GPT to write the emails for you. That's 365 emails. That's a lot of emails. And if you're not even good at writing emails, it can help you write emails that convert. But also, in addition to writing emails that convert, it can always be there. So you're not going to get this done in one day. Like, you can't build a whole year worth of marketing system in a day. So some days, this is going to take some days to get done. So some days you're going to be there on your A game and some days you're not. Chat GPT is always there, 100% efficient and effective no matter what. That's one of the other great things is it allows you to not have to rely so much on your humanness, because we're all human and we all have amazing things that we can do. But that also means that we're all human and we all have bad days and we all make mistakes. And I make mistakes too, right? I spell check and grammar check and ask Chat GPT on every single email I send every day to make sure it's right, because I'm human. So what are we going to do here? I'm going to go over here to Chat GPT and I'm going to ask it to write us an email for this purpose. So I'm just asking Chat GPT really basically to write me an email that sells, it's high converting, it has a spot to put a link in it as a call to action, and I tell them what I want, like the businesses can make save time and make money by increasing their conversions, right? So do you struggle to find the ways to write engaging content, right? So it's really doing really great for me here. It's asking them great questions, which is important in email, asking a business owner a question that both causes them pain, where it arouses pain, but they answer yes to, and then you offer a solution to take that pain away. That's amazing. So this is just doing great conversion without even like me having to explain it, right? Like the email is this long and all I gave it was like this much to go on. Like, it's really amazing the kind of stuff that you get, right? So I can grab this email out of here. I can then take it to my CRM and build it in as an email so that it automatically gets sent out to the person when they enter their email address. And then I just build in a series of them. So here's a simple example with 3 days worth. 0-minute delay means it happens immediately as soon as someone puts in their email address, and then they get an email a day later and 2 days later. Now, obviously I would build this out longer, but here's an example of an email that ChatGPT wrote. So here it is. And we would just, we just saw an email, we'd paste it in here and we include the link to get started, as I'm sure you've connected, is this link back here that we have for our product, so that someone goes there and clicks on the link, signs up, we get paid. And so then it sends them this email, gives them the chance to click on the link. And then if they buy, they buy. If they don't, they don't. But tomorrow they're going to get an email with another offer if they don't buy, and another offer if they don't buy, and so on and so forth. And so they continue to get emails for a certain period of time. And then we can just switch it to another product and start selling them that, right? So we just keep going every single day of the year, all year long. So what does that look like? Well, basically, there's a process here. And obviously, we're 13 minutes into this video, and I can't give you a, $360,000 a year strategy and give you every single component in a short video like this on YouTube. So you do need to watch more videos and learn more things, but you need to do, you got to take action. Take action. It's like the biggest thing, right? Because first, if you've made some money online, you can use the strategy to make more. If you've made $0 online, you can use the strategy to make the first dollar and prove to yourself that it's possible, and then make 100 and then 1,000 and then, $10,000 in a month, and ultimately get up to $1,000 a day. But if you got up to $100 a day for starters, that's $3,000 a month. And that's a really great starting point. So set your initial goals lower. You don't want to make $1 million tomorrow, because that's not going to happen. And then you're going to feel like you failed. Don't be unrealistic. I'm going to make $12 in 2023 online. That's just too low of a goal. But, you set your first goal at making your first dollar, and then $100 in a month, and then 1,000, right? And then you go from there. Make it daily, make it monthly, whatever works for you. Make it weekly. So there's a full checklist, actually. So the live classes we have, of course, break down everything. But even then, there gets to be a fair amount of steps. So we actually are in the middle of building a checklist to help our users. And it breaks down each section. So the video part, I talked about that. You can run ads. That's optional, but that can help expedite things. The email part we just talked about with Chat GPT, editing the videos and that sort of stuff. And so we're currently building this. Everything in the tutorial that says click here obviously is done. And then we're just continuing. We literally just launched this in the past 48 hours. So we're going to go through here, of course, and then there'll be more. It'll get bigger. But the point here is that it's a checklist. So you can kind of walk through it step by step and understand what's going on. on. So you have like the live classes that break it down, and then you have the replays of the live classes, and then there are resources in the sheet, the replay sheet, just like this checklist, that help you to go through it step by step. So basically what I'm trying to say is we come at it from different angles. So if you learn in the live classes, you get it, but sometimes it's hard because it's like a chain. And if you miss one link of the chain, the whole chain doesn't work, right? I mean, that makes sense, right? If you have the dog chained up and one link in the chain breaks, the dog gets loose, right? And the whole thing breaks and it doesn't work. Just like if you have a tugboat towing a giant barge down the river, if one link in the chain breaks, then the tugboat keeps going and the barge stops. You don't get progress. You understand. So checklists and other resources that we build help make sure that if you're missing a link, that you have access. Also, there's live question and answer times at the end of each class, so you can ask questions and help, get change, because we're all human. So sometimes we have a missing link. Even me, when I'm developing a new process, I'm like, what am I missing here? Oh, and then I go figure it out and I build that link. But I'm going to give you, along with Chase and Alex and James, resources like this to help you. And then, of course, in the Facebook group, people answer questions and help as well. So basically just providing every possible resource to help you succeed, because ultimately we're looking for the easiest way to make money. And the easiest way, to a degree, part of it is not having to do a lot of work, but part of it is having a clear path and having a clear understanding of every single step that you need to take along the way. Because when you don't know where the path goes and there's a fork in the road and you don't know which fork to take, that's a challenge. But if you know this is exactly what you do, then that's not a challenge, and we remove that, and that makes it easier. Obviously, easy is a great thing. So what do you do to get started? Well, the first thing that you want to do is head over to this website, get in the Facebook group, and of course get the tool list, because you're going to need that. The next thing you want to do is to get in the live classes at this website here. And once you jump into your email address here, there's another free training that you're going to see that you can take. And so take that free training, and then I will see you in the next live class, which is this coming Tuesday. And until then, happy money making.